Welcome back to Cask 529, everyone. I'm Bryan.
And I'm Shona.
And we're back with week 4 of the Sunday Whiskey Showdown. All right, everyone. I think it's time for Shona to spin the magic wheel.
It is. Let's see which bottles we're picking from tonight.
And all the previous categories have been removed from the wheel.
Yes, they have. And tonight, we are picking a finished bottle.
That'll be a good one.
Yeah, so let's flip the coin to see who gets to go.
And that's heads.
Yep, and I am picking tails. Oh, it's heads.
It's heads. I finally get to win a week.
Gets to go first.
All right, guys. We'll pick some bottles and we'll be right back. All right, guys. So we've picked a bottle. I won the toss. The category was finished. So I went with brand new, fresh crack tonight, Penelope Havana, which I just picked up last week. And?
Yep, so it is the Penelope Havana straight bourbon whiskey that is finished in maple syrup and rum barrels. It is double cask finished, and it is coming in at 93 proof. It is the Cooper series.
So we'll see how I do against Shona's bottle.
Since he picked that one, we've been really trying hard to keep them similar. Same proof points and stuff like that. That way, when we're comparing them, it's more of a comparison instead of one blowing one out of the water. So I picked the Penelope Rio, which was last year's Cooper series. And it is a straight bourbon whiskey finished in Honey and Amburana Barrels, double cask finish, coming in at 98 proof. So we'll see how we like them.
So tell me, what have we got going on here?
So
are these on display?
No. So Matt B., one of our watchers, suggested that we drink the same one at the same time. And so trying to come up with a way to do that so that we don't know whose is whose. So I got out the little turntable, and after we poured these, they've been on the table turning so that we don't know whose is who. But that way we can eat. Our glass ones will be the same and our glass twos will be the same. So I'll go ahead and turn that off. And here's our glass one. And here's our glass two. And so we don't know whose is whose.
Okay. Here we are, I guess. So this is round 4, guys. I am up.
It's 2 to 1.
Tied up.
Nope, it's 2 to 1.
Okay, so I'm up 2 to 1.
You're up by 1 point at the moment.
Probably going to be tied up after tonight because I just have a bad feeling, but we'll see. We'll see. So we're going to do glass 1.
Yep.
Again, we don't know whose this is.
Nice nose. A lot of cinnamon.
Very sweet.
Yep, sweet. I feel like they're both going to be sweet, though, the way they're finished. Mine's in honey. Yours is in maple. But this one I'm getting some cinnamon off of. A little bit of an apple note.
I do have that cinnamon, kind of a cinnamon apple. I was going to say cinnamon apple when you said that.
Nice sweet nose.
They both have pretty similar colors. So that's cinnamon forward to me.
It is. The apple note is shining through with that cinnamon. A lot of sweetness. Adds a little bit of a bite at the end of it, honestly. I don't feel these are very high proof, but it has a little bit of a hug.
Rex has left the building.
Yeah,
you might have heard him stampeding up the stairs.
Nice. I love the fruitiness. I love the apple notes. I love the cinnamon. This one to me right now is a very, very good pour.
I wanted that second sip to see if it was as warm when the finish, because the first sip really hit hard at the end. For me, it did. It was much mellower that time, but it still lets you know it's there.
Yeah, it does. It does. Again, that cinnamon all the way through. The apple notes are there. The sweetness.
It's really good. It's
nice.
I kind of anticipated this out of both of these. It's more of a dessert pour, and I would be surprised if we don't say that about both, but it's good.
Mm-hmm. Ready for glass 2?
If you are.
Glass 2 is also sweet on the nose. Not glass 1, I mean, the flavors just hit you. This one, I'm really having to dig for it. I smell a sweetness.
Yeah, because I really don't get anything on the nose.
Really just picking up a sweet. I'm not getting any spiciness. I'm not getting any... I'm getting a little bit of an odd note. It's not anything bad, but I'm trying to maybe almost like a dusty bottle, like a dusty wood type note.
Right.
Not anything off-putting or anything like that. It's not a great nose. It's not a bad nose. It's good. It's okay. I don't know how to describe it.
Well, let's see what it's like on the palate.
It's not ethanol, so I'm happy.
Because I'm not getting anything to talk about on the nose.
Okay.
I feel like where this one was more cinnamon forward, this one's more honey forward, I'm getting.
This one's a lot sweeter. Very sweet, honestly. Again, getting, I want to say like almost a little bit of a dusty note on the finish. Again, it's not off-putting or anything. It's just a note that I've not had before, so I'm having a hard time deciphering what it is. And so I'm going with dusty, but super sweet.
It is very sweet.
A lot sweeter than glass 1. It's a lot milder in the fact that there's it doesn't have any like proofiness on your palate like number 1 did.
Give you any, number 1 didn't give you a great big hug, but it lets you know it was there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really get any of that on glass 2. I get a lot of honey up front. And it's almost, I don't want to say it's hard to get past it. It's not off-putting. It's just really sweet. And like I said, after glass 1, I thought these would probably be both dessert pours. Mm-hmm. And that's what I would do with them.
The viscosity on number 2 coats your mouth. It's kind of so thick and sweet that you could almost pour it on some pancakes or waffles. I'm not a huge fan of number 2, to be honest. You know, I feel like I beat these ones up a little harder, but I'm not going to like, neither of these are ones that I'm going to do cartwheels over to have a glass of. If you gave it to me, I'm going to drink them, but neither of them's one of my favorite pours, if that makes.
Well, it does, because this one was a fresh crack tonight, so we can't say much about where it's at in the bottle. This one, you said last year's. Mm-hmm. I was going to say we probably had this closer to 2 years.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
It's batch 23902, so...
Oh, so it was the end of 20.
Yeah, we've had that almost 2 years.
Yep. Okay.
And it's beyond half empty, but there's still a good chunk there for us to have it 2 years.
Yep. So glass 1, I am given a 73. Glass 2, I am given a 70.
So my scores are higher. but the same. She was a 73 on glass 1. I was a 78. She was a 70 on glass 2. I was a 75. So there's 5 points between each score.
So glass 1 is mine. So that was the Penelope Rio. And that means glass 2 was Bryan's. I'm not going to lie, I knew instantly glass 1 was mine because of the Amburana finish. And I got the cinnamon and apple on it. However, I did not want to disclose anything like that because I was afraid Bryan might cheat on the points if he knew that I knew which one was which. But I will tell you, the Havana is super sweet, almost sickeningly sweet. But to be fair, I do not eat or drink like a lot of sweet things, and so when I do have something as sweet as that, it really stands out on my palate. So depends on what you like.
Okay, so Shauna's glass 1 wins with a score average of 75.5. And I come in with a score average of 72.5.
Okay, so that means we tied it up.
We're tied. 2-2.
2-2.
8 rounds to go.
Yes.
I got time. I've got time.
He does.
I may have been influenced tonight on what I was going to pick. I don't know. I may have been. Okay.
It's his story, guys. I'll let him have it.
So, my opinion is, I'm not going to dump the Havana. It's probably not going to get drank that often. It would probably be really good with a piece of chocolate cake or something like that.
Oh, that's super old.
Well, if you wanted a really rich dessert. I don't know about pouring it on pancakes like Shona suggested earlier.
Oh, no, it's too runny for that.
Yeah, it would just make your pancake soggy. The Penelope Rio, I really thought that we liked that better than what you drank tonight.
Yeah, but since we purchased that, we've had so many good pours, like so many different things.
And that's true. That's true, and it's kind of got shuffled, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's not, it's not a bad bottle.
And when we bought that one, we were still drinking more of the lower proof items, where that one.
Very true.
Yeah. So it's still not horrible. I would still drink it, obviously, but I would drink both of them.
Yeah, don't let us tell you that the Havana's no good, because there are things I would probably tell you that about. I'm not saying this is no good. If you can get your hands on it, it's not that expensive. Give it a shot.
Yeah, if you like rum finish. This is my very first rum finished. I'm going to say that I will probably give another one a chance because maybe it doesn't have the maple with it. But if the next one is like that, I probably will not buy any more rum finished.
Yep.
But that's me personally.
So that's our take on these two Penelope bottles. So if you would please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Drop us a comment. Did you get the Havana when it came out? Have you had it? What'd you think of it? What do you think of our lineup as far as where we scored them? And until next time, be safe, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.